So I am going to show you quickly my thought process when I find a card to make. I'm not creative enough to always come up with my own ideas. Sometimes I find them elsewhere. To start out with, my name is Sherri Borger, and I'm starting new with doing a channel. So this is just one of my beginning type of videos. So I'm going to just show you real quick what I saw. I saw this picture I'm in a couple groups, Paper Pumpkin, a few of them. And this looks like it was from Hannah Crafted Gifts is the name in the corner of it. So I don't want to take away the credit necessarily from her. So that's where I've got my idea. And so we are going to go with creating that idea. It actually is from a Paper Pumpkin kit from December 2020 called Berry Comforting. And so the pieces of it, the little koala bears is in there, and then she's taking a piece of one of the extra pieces for building on the stamp on the card. So the three bases that came in the kit was this one that's a Blackberry Bliss one, and then this one color, also this one. So this one is going to be probably too conflicting to also have the little what do you want to call it, Kleenex holder in the middle. So I'm not going to use this lined base. I do need to make a couple, so I'm going to make two of them. I'll make one for this one I'll put on, and then the other one I'll put on this one as well. I kind of like this one real well because it is a darker base. So as you see, we'll put that as well. I'm going to make mine Sympathy. I have a couple Sympathy ones I need to make. So what I'm doing, because I'm just looking at this picture visually. Let me show it one more time. As you can see, the little Kleenex holder is in the striped, and it goes in between the koala bears. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to measure. I measured the koala bears in this way, height-wise. They are, oops, let's get my inches. They are an inch, not quite an inch and a half. So I figured if I made the Kleenex box even an inch, should do fairly well, even an inch and a quarter. And then the in-between part between their little hands is about, let's see, an inch between their hands, but when you go to there's little grooves that go underneath their little hands, because it's a strip, and then their hands pop out, and then what you do is you are supposed to fill it with different items. So that is about, if I did an inch and a half, that would give me a little bit of extra, and I could always cut down if I need to. I didn't want to have it quite bent like the one I found in that picture, because when you put it in an envelope, you're just going to get it squished. So I kind of need it more flat to the surface of the card. So we'll start out and we will cut so we have our lines cut correctly. So let's do 1 inch, and here we go. I'll cut there 1 inch, and I believe I said can cut 1.5 inches and then cut down from there if we need to. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at 1.5 inches. I have a little bit of a disability. I lost my arm, a little over 5 years ago, so I have to, everything is a little more tricky when it comes to paper cutting. So let's do that. So we have that. Okay. Let's see. I didn't pre-cut and do anything ahead of time. This is all right. You get to see it as I'm creating. So let's see. Gotta get their arm, their little hands out. Bent out that way. And then I'm going to put it in. Guess I'm gonna have to bend it just a little bit though for myself to get it in between their hands. All right, so it will bend quite a bit at that 1.5 inches. So I am gonna cut it down because that's gonna be just a little too hard to put into a card. Let me do that real quick here. Go 1 inch, a little bit more than 1 inch, like 1 1/8 inches. We'll see if that works. I still have some more left on my piece I cut off if I need to go back a little more. Okay, so that works better because it will fit there. So it's flat to the surface. Here is our card. So it will go there. Right, so that's how I'm going to set it in place. I have Kleenexes. I'm going to go with the square ones that are already in the, that come in the little packets like this, versus taking a Kleenex from a Kleenex box, folding it up, and then cutting it. I figured it's easier to cut it this way. So going to take my scissors, get this back on the surface. I don't need a ton, but I'm just going to cut along. I'm just going to eye this because I can't really cut this on a paper cutter. All right, so the picture had the Kleenex kind of touch. Oh, maybe this is not. Yep, I'm going to put it back together. Cut it down. All right. Tuck it behind. Oh, super cute. Okay. Tuck it behind, all right? So you see, there's my skeleton where I haven't taped anything down yet. So the actual kit comes with different things. The stamps that it comes with is Get Well Soon and You Are On My Mind. Hooray. So Get Well Soon wouldn't really work because it's a sympathy card. You Are On My Mind certainly would. So I do have one already stamped, but I kind of like, I found a Stampin' Up set, Bloom with Hope, and in that one is a With Sympathy, and that one will definitely fit in the one of the pre-cut labels that came with the Very Comforting paper pumpkin kit. So I'm going to stamp that in there. Sometimes I like to do it to make sure I know what kind of pressure I need to put, because sometimes you think you know what pressure and then you stamp it and then there's not enough to get your words down. So press. There we go. So this looks a little, oh, that's not bad. Okay, so now it's time to put everything together. Okay. I think what's best is to tape down everything. You want the Kleenexes taped down before you flip it over. So I'm going to use some of this tape. A tear tape would work better for me personally, but I ran out. I used it all up. So this is a little trickier. I can do it. There we go. I'm going to put that down. So that's going to be for the Kleenex. So maybe, okay, I could even okay. With this type of tape where you cut it and peel that off, the problem is it's very sticky. So once you place it down on your surface, that's it. You're not going to have much wiggle room. So that's why it sometimes I like to use glue dots or snail adhesive. So I'm going to get my Kleenexes in there. Cute. Okay. But when you're dealing with a different surface other than a card stock or paper type surface, you do tend to need something a little stickier to keep it together. So here we go. Add this so I can put okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of staggering with my Kleenex behind. So I'll show you as it turns out. You see, there's a little bit of staggering. That looks super cute. So now it's ready to put down on the surface. Now it's just dependent on you personally, if you want to keep it flat to the surface or put dimensionals underneath. I'm going to put it flat to the surface because the Kleenex itself does put a little bit of dimension in the middle. That's kind of cute. So you don't necessarily need to have your koala bears going up as well, but that's just personal preference. So all right. I have this fast fuse. It's not as user friendly for me personally, but that's what I'm going to use right now. I'm trying to actually kind of use up what I have because I like the So got that. All right, so I'm gonna put that in the middle. And I'm eyeing it, but let's see, I haven't pressed down. I got inch and a quarter to that butt. Inch. What do I have on this one? This one can go up just a smidge. All right. So now their butts are lined up about the same. So that's what I'm gonna do. And there we go. So with Sympathy and You Are On My Mind. So let me see. If you do You Are On My Mind, possibly like that. With Sympathy, possibly right on top or right underneath. I'm gonna do underneath. Yeah, but with that, I have some dimensionals that are like mini dimensionals, so the height of them is not very tall. So I like to use them when I want a little height, but I don't need it to be real high. It depends on you personally. I always do the corners, and sometimes depending how long your label is, it might be beneficial to do some in the middle as well. That is so when you put it down, it's more solid. Okay, so now you can see it's going to come up a little bit, so I can even put the Sympathy right up to their bottoms. That I do like. I do like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to kind of stop myself from, sometimes I get to where I think, oh, it needs ribbon or it needs something, but it's got the gold patterns right there, so I don't know that it really needs ribbon. You could put maybe so there, that's how I'm going to do it. And by having something in the middle, it doesn't pop, doesn't go up and down. It keeps it a flush surface. So what you could do is you could play with different ideas. I have these hearts that are super cute. Maybe I could put a heart in the corner, but it's clear, you see. Or I've got these, some rhinestones. So let me see. I don't know, because it's gold, this rhinestone's more silverish. So let me see. What is this going to do? It's clear, so what if I was to put it right in the middle? Oh, there we go. Put it right in the middle of my Kleenex box. It's clear, but you can see the heart because of the pattern on the Kleenex box. So let me fold this up. I'll get it close to the camera so you can see. It was kind of a little bit far away. So as you see my heart, and then maybe I could do it this way. There we go. Now we're talking. So I super duper like this, and I'm gonna make another one very similar. I might change the ink because I use Rich Razzleberry, no, Blackberry Bliss. And it's a little more purple. And so when I go to this one, I'm going to probably use a stamp color that'll match this card base much better. Although the purple or the Blackberry Bliss, the difference in color might be good, whereas it might be because it's quite similar in color here. So one last shot. That is what I've created, and I'm going to keep it simple like that.